Okay, so what if you could have a crazy powerful AI coding assistant, but without that giant price tag? Well, today, that's exactly what we're looking at. We're pitting a premium, big-name tool against a completely free open-source challenger. This is Claude Code versus Goose. Let's get into it.
Yeah, you're seeing that right. We're talking up to $200 a month. Every single month for a developer or a small team, that is a serious chunk of change. The question is, does it really have to be this way? And that price tag really forces you to ask, is there a better option out there? Are we all just stuck in this cycle of expensive subscriptions if we want the best AI? Let's dig in and find out.
So to really understand this showdown, we've got to get on the same page about what these tools actually are. Because we're not just talking about some simple chatbot. We're talking about a whole new category of AI called CLI agents.
Okay, so what does that actually mean? A CLI agent is basically an AI that lives right inside your command line, your terminal. You can just talk to it in plain English. You can say, hey, build me a login page or find the bug in this file. And it just starts working. It writes code, it runs commands, it fixes problems, almost like another person is sitting there with you.
And this is really the best way to think about it. This isn't just some fancy autocomplete. It is literally like having a junior developer on call 24/7, living right inside your computer, just waiting for you to give it a task.
And that brings us to our two contenders for today. In one corner, you've got Claude Code. This is the official premium agent from the big AI company Anthropic. And in the other, we have Goose, a totally free and open source agent from the team at Block. You probably know them as the company behind Square.
But here's where things get really interesting. This isn't just about two different products. It's about two completely different philosophies. It's a classic tech battle, really. The polished all-in-one system versus the open, customizable one. And this, right here, is the real heart of our whole comparison.
I love this analogy because it just says it all. Think of Claude Code as a Formula One car. The engine, the body, everything. It's all built by the same team, perfectly tuned for maximum performance. But it only works with that one specific engine. Then you have Goose, which is more like a custom hot rod. It gives you this amazing versatile frame and then lets you drop in any engine you want. You want to use Claude? Go for it. GPT-4o? Sure. An open source model you run yourself? You can do that too.
All right, so we've got the finely tuned machine on one side and the infinitely customizable kit on the other. Let's see how that actually plays out when we put them head to head.
This table really breaks it down. Look at that first line. Model support. Claude Code is locked in. Goose lets you use pretty much anything. Open source? That's a huge yes for Goose, which means you can look at every single line of code. But then we get to that really important trade-off, task performance. Because Claude Code is so specialized, it often has the edge on those really complex, difficult coding tasks.
And this is really the secret sauce for Claude Code. Since the AI model and the tool are built together, everything is perfectly optimized. The agent knows exactly how the model thinks, so it can break down a huge complex problem into the perfect little steps to get the absolute best result.
Goose's superpower, on the other hand, is its incredible flexibility. It has this plugin system that lets you add your own custom tools. Let's say you need it to connect to your company's internal database. Well, you can just build a plugin for that. This makes it so you can adapt it to your exact, specific workflow.
Which, of course, brings us right back to where we started, the money. Because these two different philosophies lead to a massive difference in what you're actually going to pay.
I mean, just look at this chart. The difference couldn't be more clear. $200 a month for Claude Code's top plan, and Goose is $0, totally free. Now, that little asterisk is important. You might have to pay for API access to a model like GPT-4o or for your own hardware, but the tool itself costs nothing.
But here's the thing that drives a lot of Claude Code users crazy. It's not just the price, it's the limits. Even when you're paying $200 a month, you are on a very tight leash. We're hearing from developers who say they can burn through their entire daily limit in a single 30-minute coding session. Just imagine being deep in the zone and then suddenly, you're cut off.
And this is where Goose offers a completely radical alternative. It's not just about saving money anymore. It's about taking back control of your workflow by running the entire AI on your own computer.
For anyone worried about privacy, this is an absolute game changer. When you run Goose locally, nothing, and I mean nothing, ever leaves your computer. All your proprietary code, your company's secret sauce, it stays with you. Period. You could literally be on a plane with no internet and still get your work done.
Now, you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds super complicated, but check this out. It's basically 3 steps. You install a free tool called Ollama, you type one command to download a model, and then you just tell Goose where to find it. That's it. You are now running a powerful AI coding assistant completely on your own machine.
Okay, this all sounds a little too good to be true, right? It's free, it's private, it's unlimited. So what's the catch? Why isn't everybody just doing this already?
Well, the catch is your hardware. To run these powerful local models well, you're going to want a machine with at least 32 gigabytes of RAM. You can get by with 16, but an 8 gig laptop is going to have a really hard time. So the trade-off is actually pretty simple. You're swapping a monthly subscription fee for a one-time investment in a more powerful computer.
Okay, so we've looked at performance, the core philosophy, the cost, the privacy implications. So after all that, how in the world do you decide which one is right for you? Let's break it down real simple.
You should probably lean towards Claude Code if your #1 top priority is just raw power for really complex jobs and you're willing to pay for that performance. If you want something that works perfectly right out of the box with zero setup, and if those strict usage limits aren't a deal breaker for you, then it's a fantastic choice.
But on the other hand, you should definitely go with Goose if privacy is a non-negotiable for you. If your code absolutely cannot leave your machine, Goose is the answer. If you're someone who loves to tinker and swap out different AI models, and you want a free, open tool you completely control and you've got the hardware for it, then Goose is without a doubt the way to go.
You know, when you really get down to it, this choice isn't just about 2 tools. It's about 2 possible futures for how we build software with AI. Are we headed towards a world of closed, perfectly polished systems that come with high costs and a lot of rules? Or are we moving toward a future that's more open, more customizable, and ultimately more controlled by developers themselves? That's the real question that this whole showdown forces us to think about.